Bismillah, look around you. Take a moment. The screen you're looking at, the words you're reading, the very breath in your lungs at this exact second, it is not a coincidence. It is not a random flicker in the universe. By the will of Allah, you are seeing this. That phrase, inshallah, or by Allah's will, is not just something we say at the end of a plan. It is a profound reality. It means that every single moment, every encounter, every piece of guidance that reaches you is divinely ordained. It has passed through the filter of His infinite wisdom and mercy to arrive at your doorstep at this precise moment in time. So why this? Why now? The concept that you are encountering these words not by chance, but by a deliberate and purposeful design, is the foundation of everything that follows. This is the essence of divine timing. It is the unshakable belief that your life is not a series of random accidents, but a meticulously woven tapestry where every thread, every joy, every sorrow, every meeting and every parting is placed with a precision that transcends human understanding. The moment your eyes scan the title of this speech, a title chosen not by mere human algorithm, but by a will far greater, a specific sequence of events in your life had already been set into motion, all converging to bring you to this precise point of reading, of listening, of potential awakening. Think of your life as a vast, complex river. From your limited perspective, standing on the bank, you can only see the water swirling directly in front of you. You see a turbulent rapid and perceive it as an obstacle, a delay. You see a calm, slow, moving section and mistake it for stagnation. You see a log jammed in the current and view it as a permanent blockage of your path. But if you could ascend, if you could see the river from a bird's eye view, you would witness the breathtaking truth. You would see that every rapid was carving a deeper, stronger channel for the water to flow. You would see that the calm pools were essential for sediment to settle, for the water to become clear. You would see that the log, while an obstruction from one angle, was actually creating a new current that would lead to a more fertile and beautiful part of the riverbank downstream. The one who holds this bird's eye view is Al-Alim, the all-knowing. He sees the entire course of your river from its source to its culmination in the ocean. Your presence here now is a specific coordinate on that grand map. This understanding should liberate you from the tyranny of what if and the anguish of if only. So many of us carry the heavy burden of past decisions, replaying moments where we took one job over another, moved to one city instead of the next, or said yes when we wish we had said no. We look at the paths we did not take and imagine a parallel life where everything is easier, more successful, and filled with less heartache. But divine timing annihilates this illusion. It assures you that the path you are on is the only path that was ever truly yours, because it is the one ordained for you by a wise and merciful Creator. The other paths were never real options. They were mirages, tests of your trust. Every stumble, every perceived wrong turn was in fact a necessary step, a crucial lesson that has equipped you with the exact resilience, empathy, and wisdom you need for the chapter you are in right now. The person you are today, with all your scars and all your strengths, was forged in the fires of those exact experiences. A different path would have created a different person, one not equipped to receive the message you're receiving now. Consider the stories of the prophets, the ultimate examples of divine timing. Imagine the perspective of Prophet Yusuf Joseph, peace be upon him, thrown into a well by his own brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused and imprisoned for years. From the bottom of that well, from the darkness of that prison cell, could he have possibly conceived that every second of that suffering was a meticulously calculated step in a divine plan? That his presence in Egypt, his mastery in interpreting dreams, his eventual rise to power, were all being orchestrated so that one day he would be in a position to save not only Egypt, but the very brothers who betrayed him, and ultimately his entire family. His famous declaration to his brothers, "Do not reproach me today, Allah has been good to me," was the culmination of a lifetime of trusting a timing he could not see. He understood that the well, the slavery, and the prison were not punishments or delays, but the very vehicles that delivered him to his destiny. Your life is a smaller scale, but no less significant version of that same divine narrative. The job you didn't get, the relationship that ended, the illness you endured, these are your wells and your prisons. They feel like endings, but in the realm of divine timing, they are only plot twists, necessary transitions that are moving you, sometimes forcefully, toward a destination that is better than the one you had planned for yourself. The delay you are so frustrated by is often a divine protection, a shield against a hardship you cannot see, or a preparation for a blessing you are not yet ready to handle. The door that slammed shut did not lock you in. It freed you from a path that would have ultimately led to your ruin, forcing you to turn toward the door that was always meant for you, the one that is now, by Allah's will, beginning to open. This is why the moment you read, by Allah's will, you're seeing this is so profoundly significant. It is a personal, intimate signpost on your journey. It is the universe's way of whispering to you, you are on the right track. The confusion you feel is part of the process. The waiting is not in vain. It is a call to shift your perception from one of anxiety to one of awe. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? You can begin to ask, what is this preparing me for? What is the wisdom that Allah is intending to reveal through this exact situation? This shift in questioning transforms you from a passive victim of circumstance into an active participant in your own divine story. You begin to look for the signs, to connect the dots, and to move through life with a quiet confidence, knowing that you are always exactly where you are meant to be, being prepared for what you are meant to become. So hold on to this moment. Let it anchor you. The same force that orchestrated this encounter is orchestrating every other aspect of your life. Trust the timing. Your river is flowing exactly as it should. The feeling of isolation is one of the most profound and debilitating human experiences. It can creep into the quiet moments of the night or strike in the middle of a crowded room. It is the sense that your struggles are yours alone to bear, that no one can truly understand the weight on your shoulders, and that you are navigating the vast, dark ocean of life without a compass or a guiding star. This feeling, however palpable and crushing it may seem, is perhaps life's greatest illusion. The moment you internalize the meaning behind, by Allah's will, you're seeing this, you shatter that illusion. You are not a solitary castaway, you are a traveler on a guided path, and the Creator of the heavens and the earth is your personal guide. This is not a metaphor meant for vague comfort. It is a concrete, operational reality of your existence. Consider the sheer mechanics of your being here. In this moment, the intricate biological processes that sustain your life, your heart beating without your conscious command, the neurons firing in your brain allowing you to comprehend these words, the complex dance of ecosystems that provide the air you breathe. All of this operates under a flawless, sovereign command. This same command, this same boundless energy of creation and sustenance is directly involved in the intimate details of your personal journey. The one who decreed the orbits of planets is the same one who decreed the path that led your eyes to this page. This is the meaning of the divine name, Ar-Rab, often translated as the Lord, but more profoundly understood as the sustainer, the nurturer, the one who cultivates all of creation stage by stage until it reaches its intended perfection. Your life, with all its triumphs and tribulations, is under the active, nurturing care of Ar-Rab. You are being cultivated, pruned, and watered for a purpose that is uniquely yours. This guidance is not a passive observation from a distant deity. It is an active, engaged, and relentless force of mercy. Think of it as a constant, gentle current in the river of your life, always nudging you toward the shore of your ultimate well-being. This current manifests in countless ways that we often dismiss as coincidence or intuition. It is that unexplainable feeling that tells you to take a different route to work, only for you to later discover there was a major accident on your usual path. It is the book that falls off a shelf in a store, its title speaking directly to the unspoken question in your heart. It is the unexpected encounter with a stranger whose few words of wisdom shift your entire perspective. It is the sudden moment of clarity that arrives in the pre-dawn hours during prayer, a solution to a problem that had plagued you for months. These are not random events. These are the tangible fingerprints of Al-Hadi, the guide actively intervening in your affairs. He is the source of that internal compass, the origin of that timely inspiration. When you feel a pull toward goodness, a revulsion from wrongdoing, a sudden spark of hope in a moment of despair, that is the direct communication from your Lord. You are being guided moment by moment if you only learn to recognize the language. This reality fundamentally changes your relationship with hardship. When you know you are not alone, a trial is transformed from a punishment into a profound dialogue. It is as if you are a student struggling with a complex equation, and the teacher, seeing your frustration, does not simply write the answer on the board. Instead, he comes and stands beside you, pointing to the first principle you have forgotten, guiding your hand to make the next logical step. The hardship itself is the teacher's pointer. The loneliness you feel is not an absence of care, but an invitation to turn to the only being whose presence can truly fill that void. The financial difficulty is not an abandonment, but a lesson in reliance, a forced exercise in trusting in a provider whose treasures are infinite. The heartbreak is not a sign of your unworthiness, but a painful, necessary surgery to remove a love that was misplaced, making room for the love that is truly destined for you. In every single difficulty, Allah is there not as a passive spectator, but as an active, compassionate guide, using the very texture of the hardship to carve wisdom into your soul, to strengthen your spiritual muscles, and to direct your course toward a horizon you cannot yet see. This is why the message you are receiving now is so critical. It is a direct response to the silent cry of your heart, that feeling of being adrift, that yearning for a sign, that desperate need for reassurance. All of it was a prayer, even if it was never formulated into words. And this is the answer. This is the proof that you are heard. The all-hearing As-Sami heard the tremor in your soul. The all-seeing Al-Basir witnessed the tears you wiped away in secret. And the responsive Al-Mujib has orchestrated this moment as a clear, unequivocal response. I am here. You are not alone. You have never been alone. To internalize this is to walk through the world with a new kind of courage. It is not a courage born of arrogance or self-sufficiency, but one born of humble reliance on an infinite power. It means you can walk into uncertainty without paralyzing fear, because you know the guide is with you. It means you can face loss without being broken, because you know the true source of all provision remains. It means your loneliness is now filled with the most profound companionship imaginable. So let this knowledge settle deep within your bones. Let it be the lens through which you view every high and every low. You are a beloved traveler on a map journey, and the master of the map is walking with you every single step of the way.